You're watching Fox 22, Bangor. From the Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear the latest reactions as a major ongoing salmon farm lawsuit has been dropped.
Plus, the Bangor City Council has received hundreds of signatures in favor of a controversial ban that councilors have been attempting to pass for the second time.
And we'll hear details from Angus King about a bill that passed in the U.S. Senate, which intends to invest in American-made products. This is more local news right now.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for joining us this morning. We're in the final hour of Good Morning Maine. We have a lot to get to. Let's start it off with Devin Biggs. His first check of our forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland-Thomason Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Not a bad start across the region this morning. Another clear sky to be seen, so another beautiful start. However, we'll crank up the heat and humidity later today, as well as chances for showers and thunderstorms later this evening. And some of those may pack a punch with some gusty winds, some hail, and heavy downpours as well. This is all moving in from the west going toward the east, so a lot of this will arrive after sundown tonight, especially in the evening time frame. So we'll need to keep an eye on this as we head towards the late afternoon to the evening time frame. Otherwise, partly cloudy today. The chances for storms arriving by about 7 to 8 o'clock in the evening. Once we get those out of here, fog will develop as we head towards the morning period, so that may make things goofy for that morning commute. As for the winds, not too bad, only at about 5 to 10 miles per hour to start, but gusts up to 25 miles per hour are possible later in the afternoon, with sustained winds getting up to 15 miles per hour in a few areas. Forecast for today, middle 80s, partly cloudy, a little bit more humid out there. Some thunderstorms possible late. That south wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. In our hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, becoming partly cloudy. Temperatures in the middle 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thank you, Devin.
First up this morning, a Portland man accused of murder appeared in Hancock County Superior Court yesterday. 35-year-old Raymond Lester's defense attorney, Stephen Juskowicz, requested co-counsel Tina Neju be added to the defense team. Juskowicz says Neju is located in Portland, where many of the witnesses of the case reside. Lester is being held at the Hancock County Jail in connection with a fatal hit-and-run crash at Acadia National Park that killed 35-year-old Nicole Mokemi of South Portland in mid-June. Lester was later found in Mexico and transported back to Maine by the U.S. Marshal Service Violent Offender Task Force earlier this month. Lisa Marchesi from the Maine Attorney General's office agreed to meet with Lester's defense to discuss future actions regarding the case. Justice Bruce Maloney did not accept a plea deal to the felony charges involved in the case.
A man is in serious condition after being struck by a car in Hudson. According to the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office, a vehicle was traveling east on Route 221 when it hit the individual who had stepped out onto the roadway. He was transported by Lifelight to Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center. The incident remains under investigation, and the Sheriff's Office says no names or other information will be released at this time.
Advocacy organizations are sharing their reaction after a salmon farm corporation pulled their lawsuit against the Maine Department of Marine Resources. A.J. Douglas talked to both sides to find out what's next.
Now we have a very clean water body, and we don't want to jeopardize that.
American Aqua Farms recently withdrew a lawsuit against the Maine Department of Marine Resources following a denial of the corporation's application request to bring a salmon farm to the Frenchman Bay area. Maine DMR denied the application due to the company's failure to produce a qualified source of fish eggs. American Aqua Farms Project Development Director Thomas Brennan explains the company's decision to drop the lawsuit.
To solve for issues or problems, it's always better to have a dialogue than be in a fight, right? And what's a lawsuit? It's, we're in conflict at that point, and really not much productive is going to come from it.
Brennan says the fishery company hopes to resolve the reasons for the application denial and move forward on the salmon farm project.
Hopefully we can meet with them and go through the reasons for the denial, understand where the opportunities are, to move forward and reapply.
Several opposing organizations support Maine DMR's decision to deny American Aquafarm's application. Frenchman Bay Conservancy is a nonprofit land conservation group that opposes the salmon farm coming to what Executive Director Aaron Doherty calls unique waters.
Frenchman Bay is not the place for a 30 net pen industrial scale aquaculture facility. And we are disappointed that the applicant has not yet decided that this is not the right place.
Doherty says the strong opposition of the salmon farm has brought different people together to preserve the waters.
Summer residents, year-round residents, people who make their livelihood on the bay, people who just enjoy looking out at the bay. And I view that as a promising sign for positive change in Maine.
A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Bangor City Council has received more than 300 signatures in favor of ending the sale of flavored tobacco products. The new rule was presented earlier this week and is set to be voted on in August. Bangor was the first community in Maine to establish a ban last fall, but the City Council later repealed the decision based on a technicality. Assistant Vice President of the American Lung Association, Lance Blooker, gave his thoughts on the situation.
Kids are using these products and getting hooked for a lifetime addiction. The data is alarming. 1 in 4 Maine high school students use tobacco products, and the main product used is flavored e-cigarettes. 8 in 10 Maine high school students say flavors are why they use e-cigarettes. So we need to end this policy to prevent a lifetime of addiction to these harmful and deadly products.
Should this pass, Bangor would join Portland as another Maine community where flavored tobacco is no longer sold.
The time is now 8:07. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, in their enlistment search, the Air National Guard is providing a hefty incentive for recruits. We'll have the details when we return.
But first, here's another look at your forecast. A high of 85 degrees today, partially cloudy skies, a lot of sunshine out there. Tonight, those showers and thunderstorms will be moving in. Temperatures dropping down to the mid-60s. Tomorrow, we're back up in the mid-80s with a slight chance of thunderstorms, but most of the day should be sunny and a little bit of clouds.
When Katahdin Cruises and Moosehead Marine Museum want to know the local forecast, they log into foxbangor.com. Take a step back in time and experience Moosehead Lake from a unique viewpoint. Book your cruise now on the Steamboat Katahdin, online or at the ticket office the day of the cruise.
People today, they could spend half their lives over 50.
I get used to this.
So that's good. Make sure your happiness lives as long as you do. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP. Join today.
Dude, can you believe we're graduating? And they helped us find a great job. Soon we'll be living the dream.
Exactly. I'm incredibly grateful for Maine Job Corps. If it wasn't for them, I'd be working an entry-level job and barely making it.
Let Team Maine Job Corps help find the career that's right for you. Call 561-8516.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
Brace for impact. This is awesome. It's Friday Night SmackDown on Fox. The start of the new era of Friday Night SmackDown. Tap into network television's greatest spectacle. Hell King Woods. As the baddest superstars on the planet are unleashed in prime time. Right to the chin. All new Friday Night SmackDown. Live at 8 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
The U.S. Senate passed a bill on Wednesday that its sponsors say would help boost American technology independence and strengthen the U.S. economy. The Chips for America Act invests in American-made technology and science innovations. Senator Angus King says the U.S. should not be dependent on other nations to supply leading advancements. The money would go to STEM workforce initiatives, expand facilities, and advance technology research. He says the U.S. should be at the forefront of every piece of modern technology, making America a leader in the competitive field.
We are competing with the world for these plans, and we are now able to be on a level playing field and offer them the assistance necessary to make these investments in the U.S. rather than in Europe or Asia.
Senator King emphasized that both Democrats and Republicans work together to pass the bill, which would allocate an estimated $148 billion. He hopes funding can attract talent to support America's future technological endeavors. He says the bill will next head to the House for a vote.
The Maine National Guard is always looking for recruits and is providing an incentive if you sign up. Matthew Jaronczyk explains.
With businesses and organizations struggling to keep workers, many are coming up with incentives to hire more people. One such example is the Maine Air National Guard, which is adding an enlistment bonus of up to $20,000 when joining the group.
We get guidance every single year for career fields that are going to be bonus eligible. Our applicants coming in, depending on their qualifications and what career field they're enlisting into, may be eligible for bonuses anywhere between $3,000 and $20,000.
Known as the 101st Air Refueling Wing, the group helps with deploying air refueling, getting the planes back into the air, and working with international allies while supporting national security, homeland defense, and the state of Maine. The Maniacs offer a wide variety of benefits, including tuition assistance and low-cost health care. For avionics technician Christopher Martin, the enlistment bonus is the thing that helped him the most.
It's helped me out quite a bit, been able to pay off all of my credit debt, been able to open up a special savings account with my bank and start accruing more interest on that. So it's been a huge help.
With more of the older members leaving the force, it's now important than ever to get more recruits.
Here at the Maine Air National Guard, we really want to recruit some younger folks and get them in here because we're kind of hitting a point where a lot of people are retiring at once, and we want to start backfilling and getting people to take over those spots.
Matthew Jaronczyk, ABC7 and Fox 22.
And the time is now 8:12. Coming up after the break, the Bangor Ronald McDonald House is holding a fundraiser this Saturday for some sorely needed equipment.
Plus, the Union Fair is back in full swing. We'll check out some of the fun when we return.
With the old and in with the new. Check out Pat's Pizza Specials. Tuesdays, $5 spaghetti and meatballs. Tuesday, all day breadstick special. Wednesday, large one-topping pizzas, $8. Wednesday, small steak and cheese with French fries, $6.25. Friday, fish with French fries, $7.50. Saturday, small one-headed pizza, fountain soda, $7.25. And you can still save some dough. Bring the family to the all-new Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road North, Hamden.
At Hood, our love for New England inspired New England Creamery. We make it with premium Hood milk and cream, then we overload it with the good stuff. Like Green Mountain Mint Chip with a rich, fudgy swirl. Maine Sweet Blueberry with real, delicious blueberries. And Cape Cod Fudge Shop, packed with fudgy truffles. Hood's New England Creamery. From Hood, for New England. Try all 13 flavors.
Help Maine children win the fight against cancer by supporting the Heroes Hope Healing McDonald's Golf Classic, presented by Bangor Savings Bank. To date, the event has raised more than $500,000 to support Northern Light Pediatric Cancer Care. In addition, the McDonald's Golf Classic supports Camp Hope, a free summer camp for children with cancer or blood disorders. You can help support the kids by registering or donating today at mcdonaldshhhgc.org.
More summer fun is here as the Union Fair and Maine Wild Blueberry Festival is now underway. The fair opened Wednesday and runs through July 31st. This is the 151st Union Fair, which will include the crowning of a 2022 Wild Blueberry Queen. The festival is back in full swing this year and includes both an agricultural side and a carnival.
Sort of new this year because it's earlier in the season. It's new dates, a new carnival operator, and many new vendors.
There are 21 rides set up on the Midway to be exact, and the agricultural side offers everything you'd want in a classic country fair, including livestock and dairy shows, horse and ox pulling, and harness racing.
It's not like we took anything out. It's the 5 days are jam-packed with events. There's no downtime at any corner. There's something, if you love animals, we have plenty of animals. If you love games, food, we got plenty of food.
The fair is open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. each day, and for you thrill seekers, the carnival opens at 1 p.m. each day.
The Bangor Ronald McDonald House is holding a special fundraiser for some needed upgrades. Dylan Holloway stopped by the house as they prepare for a big weekend.
The Bangor Ronald McDonald House has been helping families in need since opening its doors in 1983. The house provides comfortable lodging for the families of pediatric patients and supports programs that directly improve the health and well-being of all children, according to their website. Now the organization is asking for help in upgrading its rooms to make a family stay as enjoyable as possible during what can be a difficult time.
So we are remodeling all 14 of the guest rooms here. We're adding TVs and streaming services to all of the rooms, which is really exciting.
Community engagement manager Lauren Genenbacher says the house still contains some of its original electrical work, which she says needs to be replaced.
We have our amazing electrician coming in. He's redoing all of the rooms, adding new lighting, and taking down some of the more just corporate things that they had, industrial look that they originally had that was, and we're just making it a little more warm, a little more homey.
Genenbacher says some of the upgrades have already begun and will cost about $500 a room. To help fund the project, Ronald McDonald House is holding a day-long yard sale this Saturday. She says the sale will have something for everyone and all forms of payment, cash, card, and electronic, will be accepted.
We have an amazing volunteer base. They've donated so many goods. So that's household items, furniture, cookware, tools. We have some mini fridges, just so many at a variety of things. Our garage is overflowing at this point.
To learn more about Ronald McDonald House charities, including how to volunteer, visit rmhcmaine.org. Reporting from Bangor, I'm Dylan Holloway for ABC7 and Fox 22.
The time is now 8:17.
Now let's get a full look at our forecast with Devin Biggs. He joins us now.
Good morning, Devin.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland, Thomason Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Alrighty, a nice start across the region this morning. We had a few clouds last night and early this morning. Becoming mostly clear, so we'll see a lot of sunshine throughout the day. That will help to destabilize the atmosphere as we have our next system moving in from the west going toward the east. In fact, there's a lot of systems here. There's this front right here, then there's this one as well. This cold front right here is going to finally push a stationary front and get it moving again after bringing historical rains to parts of the U.S. So once we get this front moving, we'll have our chances for strong to possibly severe storms coming up later tonight. The worst of it may be farther off towards our south and west. Our average high is 81 degrees. We'll be in the lower to middle 80s the next several days. Our closest day to average will be on Saturday, but then rising to the middle to upper 80s again as we head towards next week. So the heat sticking around here across this part of the state. Dew points will be on the rise again, reaching for the lower to middle 60s, possibly upper 60s as we head towards Friday. So we'll start noticing that climb later today. And falling by the day on Friday afternoon and staying comfortable the next several days as well. Here's the legend right about in here. But by Monday into Tuesday, we start to rise again, reaching for those 60s yet. Again, your UV index forecast for today will be at an 8. It's up even more, which is very high. A burn time of 15 minutes, so hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary as you out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. Futurecast for today, though, becoming partly cloudy, chances for showers and thunderstorms arrive later into the evening time frame. By about 8 o'clock or so, some of those again could turn on the stronger side with some gusty winds, hail, and heavy downpours. Once those clear out by early tomorrow morning, fog will be on the way, so I'll have to be careful with that. The sun will have to get that out of here throughout the morning period, with the afternoon looking pretty good with a lot of sunshine and maybe a few passing clouds on the way. As for the severe threat, a lot of it's further off towards the south and west, but some of those storms moving in here could pack a punch with some gusty winds and some hail and heavy downpours as well. The worst of it will be in the yellow area further off towards the south and west. A lot of rain on the way for us as well. Some areas seeing up to a quarter to maybe a half an inch of rain before all this begins to taper. Also some beneficial rain on the way for this part of the state. Middle 80s today, partly cloudy, some thunderstorms possible late. A very small chance. The south wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 60s, showers and thunderstorms again. Some possibly getting strong. Again, heavy rainfall. Maybe some gusty winds and hail possible. South wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, your Shepherd Toyota extended forecast. Small chance of rain as we head towards Friday again. Highs in the mid 80s, lower 80s by Saturday, middle 80s on Sunday, both with a partly cloudy sky. And we're partly cloudy on Monday, highs in the upper 80s.
Up and Spoke Fireworks is family owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Spoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Hey Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you could have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
Breakdowns, collisions, things happen on the road unexpectedly. But here at Phil's Towing, we understand. With years of experience, our friendly professionals are here for you when you need them the most, no matter how big the task or vehicle is. At Phil's Towing, with our heavy-duty trucks, we guarantee an arrival time of 30 minutes or less and are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Give us a call at Phil's Towing. Anytime, anywhere, anything.
It takes all types to play Family Feud. The Penny Pincher.
Name something a man might have in common with his underpants.
They cheat. The Blunt Mama.
If you knew Steve Harvey was at your door, you'd answer it wearing what?
Nothing.
Nothing. You gonna do it like that, Miss Carol?
See who shows up all season on Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22.
Up and Spoke Fireworks is family owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Spoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Good morning, everyone. Well, Legion baseball teams have been grinding all summer vying for states, and on Wednesday, just two teams remained. Bessie Motors and Queen City battling for a chance to take the crown. Queen City trying to force a second game, Bessie looking to win it in just one. Let's jump to the sixth here. Bessie leading 3-1, 2 runners on for Cam Hale, and he delivers straight up the gut. Grady Venetestein and Anthony Ciappone touch home to make it a 3-2 lead. Bottom of the inning, though, here is a run for Bessie, and it's Eli Soren who drops one into left. That scores Josh Murphy, so we'd head to extra, still tied in the 8th. And who else but Ciappone? Towering shot to deep right center off the fence. That finds a gap as Venetestein scores, so 5-3 Queen City takes it in game 1. So the River Dogs force a game 2. Winner takes all in the nightcap. 0-0 game in the 3rd. Logan Burns here changes that right here with this one in to left. Logan Levenseller crosses home. They'd add another on this RBI single from Colin Peckham. Down 2, though, Bessie kept on fighting. Colby Brown here, able to put it in play, and he's able to plate Eli Soren with the RBI to center, but with a 4-1 lead. And the bases loaded in the 7th, Anthony Ciappone shuts the door as Queen City takes the Senior Legion state title 4-1 over Bessie.
I trusted everyone around me, and I've played with all these boys before. Even the younger ones coming up, I've seen them play, and I just trusted everyone. I knew I'd was going to get the job done.
I was talking to one of my teammates. He said, forget about everything, forget emotion, see ball, hit ball. And that's what I did. Got to step up in the big moments.
And Chaponi was named MVP of the tournament. And honestly, watching the Red Sox and Franchi Cordero play first base, maybe he should play first base in Boston because he was outstanding all tournament long. And they will continue this run at the regionals as they go on to face Rhode Island in early August. That one at Holy Cross in Massachusetts. We'll have coverage of that as best we can. For now, though, let's turn the page here. This week, former Black Bear Mike DeVito was holding his annual youth football camp here in Herman. And on Tuesday, the kids got to learn from a Super Bowl champion. Tyler Cruz has more.
It's not often that a kid from Herman, Maine gets to learn from a Super Bowl champ.
It's pretty cool.
We're teaching the younger kids, but those NFL players are teaching both of us.
But when the former Patriots linebacker and special teamer Matt Chatham stopped by the DeVito Youth Camp this week, that all changed.
I've been into Maine, but I don't go much further north than maybe a Gunkwit. And I'm like, I got to get back up here. When Mike floated the idea of doing it, I haven't seen it for far too long. It was an opportunity to come up this direction, and I just jumped on it.
For the past 5 years, former Maine Black Bear and pro himself, Mike DeVito, hosts the camp in Herman, connecting generations of athletes from the area.
Since I got to high school, I was playing them, which was a great time. But I think it's even funner trying to coach them.
The biggest thing for us is making it full circle, having the high school team be involved.
Sometimes it's a struggle. I mean, kids don't love to listen, but it's fun.
Chatham, now working with Nesson, coaches his son in youth football as well, and says with his background and as a father, he just wants to teach the sport the right way.
So the conversation around football has changed quite a bit from when I was a young kid, and I think you get drawn into that a little bit. You want to make sure it's being taught the right way, and I think I maybe helicopter dadded fathered a little bit or whatever, right?
So while it's great for each individual at the camp, with the Hawks coaching the future Hawks in front of the pros, the big winner of this week is the Herman football community as a whole.
It's pretty special. We've got some really good leaders up in the high school ranks right now. Just for our younger kids to look up to kids like that, and I think it's really special.
Reporting from Herman, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, thank you, Tyler. And while we're talking about a three-time Super Bowl champ with the Patriots, the Pats held their first team practice of training camp on Tuesday, which means it's officially time to scrutinize every little detail and interaction as we inch closer to the season, trying to get a read on this team. Day one, it was just helmets here, no pads, so it was really about getting back in the phase of things, establishing a rhythm within the team. That said, multiple reports had newly added wide receiver Devontae Parker turning some heads on a couple of passes from Mac Jones. Matt Patricia was also seen with a walkie-talkie, most likely feeding the plays into Mac Jones's ear, something to keep an eye on given the cooperative nature of the offense this season.
Coach Belichick's done a great job kind of explaining exactly what we want to do as an offense, and Matty P's seen so many different defenses along with Coach Belichick, so it's like they combine their knowledge of how to attack the defense, and that's something that's really stood out to me. And they're great guys who, and Coach Judge, they all bring this different energy to the room when they're presenting.
And we'll continue to hear more from the Patriots as they get through their first week of training camp. Meanwhile, down in Portland, the Maine Mariners have named their new head coach for this coming season, keeping it in-house after the departure of Ben Guite. Terrence Wallen officially became the Mariners' third head coach in franchise history. He takes over for Guite, who accepted a job with the Bowdoin College men's program earlier this summer. Wallen has been both a player and a coach with the Mariners, playing 2 seasons as a tough, rugged forward before becoming an assistant coach this past season. He's excited to take over the reins and lead this team back to the postseason.
If you look back at my playing days, I prided myself on being a 200-foot forward and kind of putting the nose to the grindstone and going to work. So hopefully we can win some championships here while I'm at the helm. And we had a good start last year with making the playoffs, but we're looking to make that next jump and make a good push here in the playoffs and hopefully win a Kelly Cup.
And lastly tonight, a quick note in the baseball world as ESPN's Jeff Passan is reporting that former Red Sox outfielder Andrew Benintendi is finalizing a deal to join the New York Yankees. Alrighty, that's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
What could possibly be better than our annual tent sale? Wait a minute, I have a better idea. How about a no tent tent sale?
He's right. Dorsey's has scoured their warehouses and suppliers for discontinued, slightly damaged, one-of-a-kind furniture and mattresses. You'll find great tent sale discounts of up to 50% off throughout our showroom. They save the cost of the tent, security, and weather damage and pass the savings on to you. Genius.
It's simple. Less cost for us, more savings for you, my friend.
On the road. Broadcasting the news at 6, live from Newport, is sponsored by Howard Insurance. For all your insurance, you can find us in Dexter, Dover, and Newport or at howardins.com. Gulfside Wheel and Ski in Newport, your local family-owned and factory-authorized Polaris, CF Moto, Honda, and Kimco dealer. And Studio 160 Salon and Spa. Our professionals are committed to offering the best hair care, nail and foot care, body waxing, massages, facials, and skin care services.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Welcome back into Good Morning Maine. It's Thursday, July 28th of 2022. We have another beautiful summer day here in Maine, and Devin Biggs will have your forecast in just a moment.
The first hamburgers in U.S. history were served in New Haven, Connecticut at St. Louis Lunch Sandwich Shop on this day in 1895. And that's why today is National Hamburger Day.
I could go for actually strike a few hamburgers.
The problem is I could always go for a hamburger.
No, what you have to do is that.
I'm deciding whether I'm going to go out and get one or I'm going to craft my own.
That works out then. Excuse me for that. You probably couldn't hear anything because my mic was muted, but that's okay. We're back at it again. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, otherwise known as NASA, they turned 64 years old today. Along with Hamburger Day, it's World Nature Conservation Day. So those are two pretty good holidays to celebrate.
Those two things go along very interestingly because it's like we're obviously not conserving cows.
No, you're not.
Because
you're not, but it's National Hamburger
But
Day.
those don't count. Cows are wild animals. So
well, before we get to weather, we'll throw it over to our upbeat stories making headlines today.
He says he has to work 4 times as hard as everyone else, but 16-year-old Colin Moore uses speed and strength to make up for a limb difference he was born with. The Delran, New Jersey high school junior hopes to be the starting center this coming football season. Philadelphia Eagles center Jason Kelsey sent a video calling Moore an inspiration. Kelsey invited Moore to training camp, saying the team needs his energy. Storm Harbor Equestrian Center at Pennsylvania's Slippery Rock University is serving 2 needs at once. Students pursue recreational therapy degrees as summer camp attendees develop skills and build confidence. Campers include kids with disabilities. One student says it's hard to communicate with people. Sometimes it's easier to start with a horse. And donations have come from as far away as China and Vietnam to the Bethany Christian Life Center, which is running 12 soup kitchens across Sri Lanka. The country is facing crisis after the government stopped farmers from fertilizing their crops. The nonprofit says it will continue running as long as it can. And those are some of the other stories making headlines on ABC 7.
And here's Devin Biggs with another look at our forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland-Thomason Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Not a bad start across the region this morning. Another clear sky to be seen, so another beautiful start. However, we'll crank up the heat and humidity later today, as well as chances for showers and thunderstorms later this evening. And some of those may pack a punch with some gusty winds, some hail, and heavy downpours as well. This is all moving in from the west, going toward the east, so a lot of this will arrive after sundown tonight, especially in the evening time frame. So we'll need to keep an eye on this as we head towards the late afternoon to the evening time frame. Otherwise, partly cloudy today. The chances for storms arriving by about 7 to 8 o'clock in the evening. Once we get those out of here, fog will develop as we head towards the morning period, so that may make things goofy for that morning commute. As for the winds, not too bad, only at about 5 to 10 miles per hour to start, but gusts up to 25 miles per hour are possible later in the afternoon, with sustained winds getting up to 15 miles per hour in a few areas. Forecast for today, middle 80s, partly cloudy, a little bit more humid out there. Some thunderstorms possible late. That south wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. In our hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, becoming partly cloudy. Temperatures in the middle 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thanks, Devin. Honoring a hero in Augusta, only 3 people were guaranteed to attend a memorial service yesterday for U.S. Marine veteran Stephen Thompson. Now, many people showed up to honor the decorated Rumford native. Thompson was living at the Augusta Center for Health and Rehabilitation when he passed away.
The center says the veteran has no relatives in that area that would have been able to attend the services, so they coordinated a ceremony to honor his life. And even if those who came to honor him didn't know him, they were no strangers.
A lot of us do support each other, and we're there for each other, and anybody and everybody who can make it, we're here.
Oh no, it's not a small thing. We're a family. We're family, and we're going to take care of this man.
Veterans and supporters emphasized that they have each other's backs when it matters the most. Brown lawns, stunted crops, and an elevated fire danger, all signs of a drought in Maine.
Now, the U.S. Drought Monitor says the state's southern half is now a moderate drought, while another quarter of the state is in yellow and is abnormally dry.
Brad Rogers went to a farm in Auburn where on a hot day, the well went dry, putting dairy cows there at risk.
As far as water goes, cows are about as thirsty as they come.
An adult cow, they figure about 32 gallons a day.
Chris Lewis's 300 dairy cows on his Maple Row farm in Auburn get especially thirsty this time of year.
10,000 gallons a day we generally go through.
God, no wonder milk's so expensive.
Yeah.
But for farmers, droughts are no laughing matter. He says Saturday his well was so low it stopped pumping water.
The well guy says that the water table is down so bad that it's...
Because we haven't had the rain that we need.
That's right.
Water from the well feeds this tank, which is then distributed to 4 watering troughs. But on Saturday, the water table became dangerously low, and this tank was nearly empty.
Just between the heat and the dry weather, the well kind of got behind there a little bit, so we ran down to the fire station. They helped us out.
Firefighters used this spigot inside the fire station to fill his large plastic tank with water. At no point did the cows run out.
Typically, August can be pretty dry. How concerned are farmers?
Well, we finished second cutting yesterday, and I figure we've got about a quarter of what we'd normally have for grass. We don't want to get caught in January and not have enough feed.
Chris Lewis hired a company to try to open up some new underground water veins this weekend as well. But what farmers really need is a long, steady rainfall.
It's hit or miss, hit or miss. I mean, I've got some friends that farm over in West Gardner and one over in Litchfield, and we call each other when each one gets a storm to try to see, which direction they're headed.
Should his well run low again, he says it's nice to know Auburn firefighters have his back.
With all this heat coming up, you got to be worried about that. You'd like to get more rain.
Oh, yeah. No. I mean, we pray for rain. We pray for rain. But we get what we get, right?
Well, just when you thought you've seen it all in Maine, an elephant made people do a double take in Livermore.
It's life-size, and his current owner is looking for another home.
Megan Wilgus shows us the giant named Doc.
When something odd such as this comes up, I guess I'm a sucker for it.
CJ Pitcher buys and sells antiques in Livermore.
Like signs, as you see around a lot of my place.
While camping, he got a call for a unique item, a life-size taxidermy elephant.
I went and met him and realized the size that I was dealing with and knew that it was going to take a lot more than me to do it.
My first thought was, how are we going to get this out?
CJ's son, Jackson, was one of the many people who put the giant creature on its side onto a trailer and down Route 4.
It was about an hour and 40 minutes for me to go from Turner to here, which is like 12 miles.
The elephant's name is Doc. It's named after the hunter's doctor who told the hunter from Turner he couldn't hunt anymore because of his health. Doc was legally shot in Zimbabwe in 1992 and mounted in 1993.
He didn't just do it for fun. He did it also because he donated all the meat and so forth.
CJ's wife, Bethany, wasn't shocked, saying he always brings home weird stuff.
It's neat. I'm glad people are enjoying it, and I'll be glad when someone enjoys it somewhere else.
CJ is looking to rehome Doc.
I don't know that I'll miss it, but definitely a cool story. I mean, it's not every day that you see an elephant at some random house in Maine.
Dozens of visitors have come to see the elephant. They can touch it, but CJ says it's not to climb on.
The most thing that I found that everybody wants to do is sit on an elephant trunk. I don't understand why. It's the only thing I ask them not to do.
If you miss the opportunity to visit Doc, there may be something else in store for you.
They said it's going to be hard to top Doc, but I think I got the next idea coming.
In Livermore, I'm Megan Wilgus.
Still to come here this morning, Portland Downtown is creating a new directory.
Plus, we'll have the latest out of the Hollywood Nation. We'll be right back.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
Do you struggle to open or close your windows? Are they drafty or leaky? Are you constantly adjusting your thermostat only to have your energy bill skyrocket? If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
I heard about you. You're that smart kid.
Young Sheldon, boy genius, on Origin Story.
Yes, that's me.
A small town boy.
Young man. Yes, you.
With supersonic hearing. Visionary vision.
Cheeky little Miwan, you know you don't belong there.
And a heightened sense of smell.
Ew. Put your shoes back on.
Young Sheldon, 5 times a week.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
You can't smell this.
Yes, I can.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Welcome to Flatch is a love letter to the community at its heart.
Flatch, we love you!
Welcome to Flatch.
You're welcome!
1 full hour Thursdays on Fox.
Calling all pet lovers.
Portland Downtown is creating a new directory listing the pet-friendly areas downtown, so you'll know where your furry friends are welcome. Portland Downtown says lots of places in the area are already pet-friendly, but there isn't a central list with all the locations.
So they created Pet Friendly Portland, Maine, the city's first pet-friendly directory. Pet-friendly businesses can now sign up at portlandlovespets.com.
It's got a list of right now about 30, and we're hoping to grow that. Downtown and citywide businesses where you can take your pet. That's everything from outdoor eating to shopping inside to simply having a water bottle. So we encourage everyone to list their business.
Eventually, businesses will be given a window cling so passerby will know which businesses allow pets.
Music, arts get the spotlight. A Grammy-winning singer teams up with the Universal Studios for a nightmarish experience and more.
Fox's Ashley Dvorkin has the latest from Hollywood Nation.
Heart Gets Wild, The Weeknd haunts, and hip-hop tops the list in the Hollywood Nation.
Get it off!
Pulitzer Prize-winning rapper Kendrick Lamar, multi-Grammy-winning singer and rapper Lil Nas X, and Kentucky rapper Jack Harlow are the top contenders for the 2022 MTV Video Music Awards. The trio lead this year's list of nominees with 7 nods each, followed by Doja Cat and Harry Styles picking up 6 nominations each. The ceremony will air live from New Jersey's Prudential Center on August 28th.
Weekend, right down the center, sir!
The Weeknd will be part of the scares during this year's Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood and Orlando Resort. The multi-Grammy award-winning artist will debut The Weeknd After Hours Nightmare, a haunted house inspired by his 2020 album. The Gray Man's universe expands. Just days after premiering on Netflix, the streamer announced a sequel to the action spy thriller with Ryan Gosling reprising his role as assassin and former CIA agent Court Gentry. In addition, a spin-off film is also in the works, but no other details have been revealed.
This week isn't about me, it's about us.
And today's First Looks features Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg teaming up for a chaotic adventure in the official trailer to Me Time. The comedy follows a family man who gets some time to himself while his wife and kids are away. But his life is nearly turned upside down when he joins his former best friend for a wild weekend. The film premieres August 26th.
I was going like, this is too much. I'll see you later.
In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
The break, it's Thursday, and that means Pet of the Week is in studio.
But first, here's a quick look at your forecast. A high of 85 degrees today. A little bit of sunshine out there. Tonight, those showers and thunderstorms will be moving in. Temperatures drop down to the mid-60s, and tomorrow we're back up in the mid-80s with a slight chance of thunderstorms.
All the medical bills and paperwork. I'm so glad I called the experts.
Our whole team is happy that you're finally feeling better, and we're pleased with the result.
I really appreciate your help with my injury claim. Even with a leg brace, I didn't miss a step being a mom.
It's our job to take care of those details so you can focus on your health.
Well, my whole family thanks you, and we'll be sure to tell our friends.
Call Joe.
We're Maine lawyers working for Maine people and Maine people only.
Bathfitter doesn't just fit your bath. We fit your life. When a normal day is anything but normal, we fit your schedule with our unique tub-over-tub process installed in as little as a day. When high quality is the only quality that matters, we fit your standards with a lifetime guarantee. Bathfitter. It just fits.
Now, with $600 off a complete bath system, it fits your budget too. We've never had a promotion this big, so call or click now.
You don't stay in business as long as Rowell's Garage unless you're doing a lot of things right. Since 1946, Rowell's Garage in Dover Foxcroft has seen many customers drive off the lot completely satisfied, and they keep coming back. Why? Things like a wide selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. Incredible customer service. A repair center that does it right the first time and on time. But the biggest reason, like new quality vehicles at a pre-owned price. So save yourself the hassle and save yourself some money. Rowell's Garage, Dover Foxcroft.
On the next Last Man Standing, Ed gets some expert help with his love life.
I thought you and Wendy broke up.
Yeah, but he sends her flowers every week in a desperate attempt to win her back.
I have some experience as a love doctor.
And Eve gives Boyd some tips on fishing.
Is that really true? Yep, they just float to the top and you scoop them up with a net.
We're not fishing with hand grenades.
Last Man Standing.
This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22. The Pet of the Week is brought to you by Riptide Smoke Shop in Belfast.
All right, we are back for Pet of the Week with Catherine Ravenscraft from the Bangor Humane Society and this adorable little guinea pig. Catherine, how are you this morning?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
We're good. Pretty good. Peanut's really excited to be here.
He is. He is a spicy little guy, actually. He's being really good right now, but he has a pretty huge personality. And I get all squealy around guinea pigs. I just love them so much. I think they're so cute and they're really cuddly. That's what makes them such a great pet, is that most of them are willing to be handled and they like to snuggle. As you can see, he's burrowed right down in, and I wonder if he can see himself on the monitor.
I mean, he was looking around before the break. He was looking right around and seeing that.
There you go. Maybe he can see himself there.
I know. It makes me wonder. Yeah, he's so cute. Here, I brought some lettuce. We grew this lettuce for our rabbits and small animals this year at the shelter. We had some volunteers that put this together for us. But yeah, Peanut is he's a couple of years old. He actually was surrendered to us just about a week ago with his brother Oreo. Love a guinea pig with a food name. Lots of them have food names, which I think is just adorable. And he and Oreo at this moment are what we would call a bonded pair, and they do need to go home together. Currently, they are in two separate cages at the Humane Society because the cage that they were sharing sharing was just a little bit too small for the two of them, and I guess Oreo got a little too excitable and started a wrestling match with Peanut, and Peanut was not having it. So we had to separate them for a little while. It's really cute because we put a sheet over both of their cages. They can't see each other, but when the sheet comes back, Oreo just cannot wait to get back together with Peanut. So we're going to take some opportunities to do a little more socializing with the two of them together, and we'll reevaluate at that time whether or not they have to stay together. But the thing about guinea pigs and rabbits as well is that they are incredibly social little creatures in terms of wanting to socialize with their own. And so we always recommend that bunnies and guinea pigs have a friend. They're just happier that way. And I don't think I've mentioned, for all the times I've brought on rabbits or small animals, that actually there are some countries in Europe that have animal welfare laws that if you have a guinea pig or a rabbit, you have to have two of them because they are so social and they are healthier and happier if they have a friend. So
they need a brother, sister, or a friend.
They do. Yeah, exactly. And they're just as selective about their partner as people are. So sometimes you have to take your rabbit or your guinea pig on a date, with the other one to make sure it's going to be the right match.
They clearly have some personalities.
They do.
That sounds like the beginning to a rom-com.
I know, right?
Well, the first thing that popped in my head when you mentioned Oreo, I was like, see, kids, it's a life lesson. You act like Oreo, you don't get to come on TV. You have to stay at the Humane Society, where if you act like Peanut here, you get to come on TV and look adorable.
Exactly.
That's how it works.
Exactly.
That's how it works.
Your moment of fame. Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
man.
So yeah, these two are, I believe their adoption fee is $25 each, and we will probably send you home with just a little bit of food. You should have some sort of vet relationship, but a lot like rabbits, they don't need vaccinations. They don't need a lot of the same care that dogs and cats do, but there are so few vets that handle small animals that you should contact your vet and set up an appointment and get in there on a baseline level, just so that if something arises, you can get in quickly and easily. Boy, he is just having a rest.
He's dug his feet.
He's like, I'm good. I'm good right here.
Yeah.
He's in the ultimate zone. He's got 2 pieces of lettuce.
Oh, my
He's sitting in a
goodness.
perfect seat. Look at this. It's like a photo shoot going on here. Good man.
Oh my gosh, he is so cute.
Oh, man.
So,
well,
yeah.
if you're looking to adopt Peanut and Oreo, you can head over to the Bangor Society's website. Catherine, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank
you.
It is always a pleasure. With that being said, we will throw it over to Devin Biggs. He has another look at your forecast.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland, Thomas, and Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Alrighty, a nice start across the region this morning. We had a few clouds last night and early this morning, becoming mostly clear, so we'll see a lot of sunshine throughout the day. That will help to destabilize the atmosphere as we have our next system moving in from the west, going toward the east. In fact, there's a lot of systems here. There's this front right here, then there's this one as well. This cold front right here is going to finally push a stationary front and get it moving again after bringing historical rains to parts of the U.S. So once we get this front moving, we'll have our chances for strong to possibly severe storms coming up later tonight. The worst of it may be farther off towards our south and west. Our average high is 81 degrees. We'll be in the lower to middle 80s the next several days. Our closest day to average will be on Saturday, but then rising to the middle to upper 80s again as we head towards next week. So the heat sticking around here across this part of the state. Dew points will be on the rise again, reaching for the lower to middle 60s, possibly upper 60s as we head towards Friday. So we'll start noticing that climb later today. And falling by the day on Friday afternoon, and staying comfortable the next several days as well. Here's the legend right about in here. But by Monday into Tuesday, we start to rise again, reaching for those 60s yet. Again, your UV index forecast for today will be at an 8. It's up even more, which is very high. A burn time of 15 minutes, so hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary as you out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. Futurecast for today, though, becoming partly cloudy. Chances for showers and storms arrive later into the evening time frame by about 8 o'clock or so. So those, again, could turn on the stronger side with some gusty winds, hail, and heavy downpours. Once those clear out by early tomorrow morning, fog will be on the way, so I'll have to be careful with that. The sun will have to get that out of here throughout the morning period, with the afternoon looking pretty good with a lot of sunshine and maybe a few passing clouds on the way. As for the severe threat, a lot of it's further off towards the south and west, but some of those storms moving in here could pack a punch with some gusty winds and some hail and heavy downpours as well. The worst of it will be in the yellow area further off towards the south and west. A lot of rain on the way for us as well. Some areas seeing up to a quarter to maybe a half an inch of rain before all this begins to taper. Also, some beneficial rain on the way for this part of the state. Middle 80s today, partly cloudy, some thunderstorms possible late. A very small chance. The south wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 60s, showers and thunderstorms again. Some possibly getting strong. Again, heavy rainfall. Maybe some gusty winds and hail possible. South wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, your Shepherd Toyota extended forecast. Small chance of rain as we head towards Friday again. Highs in the mid 80s, lower 80s by Saturday, middle 80s on Sunday, both with a partly cloudy sky. And we're partly cloudy on Monday, highs in the upper 80s.
Building a new deck or expanding or replacing an existing deck, you'll find everything you need for your project at Hammond Lumber Company. From wood options to low-maintenance composite decking, railings, and all the hardware and accessories, too. Your Hammond sales rep can walk you through your design and product choices and can even come out to the job site if needed. They can help you find a reputable builder, too, and Hammond offers statewide delivery and professional service after the sale. To get started on your deck project, bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
It's our summer MPG event with fuel-sipping Toyotas, including electrified models.
You've been waiting for a new Toyota, so now's the time. Come and get it.
Come and get an electrified Camry LE Hybrid with 52 MPG and up to a 686-mile driving range. Plus, get affordable 1.9% financing on most Camry models. The summer MPG event at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
A day to remember. Live. Just some shows. Main Savings Amphitheater. One night only, August 3rd. With special guests, Beartooth and Bad Omens. A day to remember. Tickets on sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com. New album, You're Welcome, out now.
Next, Drew. Sheep is someone I'm very eager to speak to in the wake of all that is happening.
A very special conversation with
Chelsea Clinton. Plus, we're making chocolate hazelnut ravioli. I can't wait for that.
And Drew's pasta news.
By the way, tell everybody what you said when you walked out. I said, oh, good, more carbs. Next, Drew.
The Drew Barrymore Show, Thursday at 3 on Fox 22.
When we think of fair foods, we usually think of the classics. You know, funnel cakes, foot-long hot dogs, and of course, cotton candy. But these days, we have so many more options. That's why this week, we're exploring all kinds of fair foods. And today, we're highlighting a staple that's popular at fairs throughout the Midwest. It's deep-fried cheese curds. And in case you're not familiar with cheese curds, they're a byproduct formed during the cheese-making process. Curds are like cheese, yet a bit rubbery, and they sort of squeak when you bite into them. At the Minnesota State Fair, they've been enjoying these golden nuggets of goodness for over 40 years. To make them, all we do is soak cheese curds in a mixture of buttermilk and beer for a bit before we drain them and toss them in seasoned flour. Then we'll deep fry them until they're golden. Let me tell you, these babies are hard to resist with their crispy coating and their ooey gooey center. These are not to be missed. And for those of you who can't wait for the fair or just want to make these tonight, we have an easy recipe for you. To get it, all you have to do is go to our website and search for fried cheese curds. I know you'll be glad you did. You know, I love the fair and all the food that comes with it. Once I polish these off, I'm going to check out a few more rides. I'm Howard from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, and I'm having a blast because everywhere I turn, there's lots more. Ooh, it's so good.
A young man from Slovakia is going door to door in Orno to help families with their education. Meet Matthew. He's a college student from Europe who is selling educational books and apps with Southwestern Advantage. These education tools can be for young children all through teenagers prepping for the SAT and ACT.
In addition, he wrote a letter on the Orono PD Facebook page. He said this is his summer internship and will help pay for his own education. Matthew drives a white Ford Ranger with the 1667 ZG license plate. He is selling a variety of study guides. For a full list, you can check him out on the Orono PD Facebook page. Matthew added, quote, "Everyone in Maine has been super nice so far," and we're going to keep that trend going.
I know. He's helping everybody's education. We love to see it.
And we have to be able to enjoy our education, and books are important. We're on our laptops, our computers, our TVs, our screens a lot.